What's up everyone, Terraquake here, and welcome on back to the Pokemon Ultra Sun walkthrough. In the last episode, we worked our way through Route 2 and the Hau'oli Cemetery. Also added a brand new member to the team. That was Crabrawler. We got Larry over here, the Crabrawler. Off camera, got everyone up to level 14. Felt like that prepared us enough for our first island trial. Yeah, that's right, it's time to really get this whole island trial thing going. Now, this is the only island trial on the first island. The later islands are going to have more. But yeah, after this, we'll kind of work our way around the island. And how many times did I just say island, by the way? But yeah, we will then have a grand trial. Alright, you're definitely going to want to make sure you have plenty of healing items. Now, unfortunately, you're still stuck with potions at this point. But a lot of, each island trial is different. But this one is going to have a couple of wild Pokemon battles. There's even a trainer battle in here. You got to do a couple of fights. So make sure your team's prepared and you have plenty of healing items. Because, as Ilima just said right there, as soon as you enter, you cannot leave without having to restart the whole thing over again. So, yeah, that would kind of suck. Anyways, this is Verdant Cavern. Now, Verdant Cavern, Ilima's kind of going to be walking you around the whole thing, and there's going to be battles along the way. At the end of the day, though, you're going to eventually want to reach kind of that very back part. You can kind of see the exit glowing in the distance from that first camera angle. That's going to be where the totem fight takes place. But for now, we've got Yungooses running around. We've seen plenty of these so far. And we'll be fighting a couple. Now, if you're playing Ultra Moon, you will be seeing Alolan Rattata. Basically, anytime you see a Yungoos here in Ultra Sun, it's actually a Alolan Rattata in Ultra Moon. There are some new wild Pokemon in here, like Zubat, Noibat, which is pretty dope that you can get, a future Dragon Flying type this early. And Alolan Diglett, remember, that'll become a Steel Ground when it evolves. However, you will not be able to catch Pokemon until you beat the trial, so don't even think about trying to do that for now. Alright, so there's going to be these little gaps, and you can look down here, and here we go. We got our first little battle with one of these things. Yeah, I think we're going to have to start by defeating two Yungoos. Now, I have Crabrawler up front, because, well, you're going to be seeing normal types in here, no matter which version you're playing. So fighting types work best. It's kind of perfect timing to get Crabrawler. Now, the best move it has is Rock Smash right now. However, you probably saw a TM on a ledge up there, and that is actually going to be the TM for Break Break, which is just perfect that you find it here, of all places, right in the middle of the trial. Okay, right there I got hit by an ambush Pokemon. They, like, pop out of these little dens. Do I have to fight this guy? I don't know. I'll defeat him just in case. I can't remember if this one counts towards the counter. You saw that you need to defeat at least 3. I mean, we're one-shotting things with Rock Smash anyways, so we might as well, man. We might as well. Yeah, down goes the Yungoos, and I think that was the second one, right? That's the one that popped out. Yeah, there we go. That's the one that popped out and ambushed us a bit. Alright, now I will go ahead and put someone else up front. We'll let it be Popplio. And we'll make our way up this ramp. Now, the last one, it'll take a bit more time to get to. You'll see there's a little guy standing at the front. He knows, trust me, he knows if you've beaten 3 Pokemon, so he won't let you through until you have. Now, you saw there was the third Pokemon kind of popping out of a little hole there. It's kind of going to be scurrying around all over the place. Quickly, though, we can grab a Super Potion. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday, by the way, of course. So, yeah, I think we can try to check this den right here, but I do believe it's not going to be in there. So we'll take a look, but yeah, there's nothing inside. Now it's up there at the top, so hold up. We got to go to the top and find it. But as we get to the top, it is going to, once again, run away, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, now it's all the way over there on the left side of the room, so, man, why does this one have to be such a pain? But you probably don't want a fighting type in the front of your party coming up, and you'll see why in a second. So now it's all the way back over there. So now you're going to have to loop around the whole place again. And don't worry, this is all scripted. You'll eventually get to it. You can go ahead and grab that item there. And let's see, you want to, yeah, let's go ahead and head across the bridge. Gosh, not really a stable looking bridge. But all of a sudden, Team Skull just shows up out of nowhere. Like, I feel like the little island trial locations are supposed to be, you know, blocked off and stuff. If the only reason why people should be in them is if a trial's going on. But no, somehow Team Skull got into here. They won't appear in every trial, though, but you do have to go ahead and fight this guy. And this is why I said you might not want a fighting type up front for this battle, because this dude has a Drowsy. So, yeah, also, I just realized I haven't picked up the TM yet. I need to make sure I do that. But yeah, Drowsy, just a plain Psychic type. We got Popplio up front. Should be able to handle it. Honestly, Aqua Jet might do more. I went for Water Gun, though. I think Aqua Jet will do more, because this thing has better special defense. So, whoops, my bad on that. So let's switch over to an Aqua Jet. And yeah, I think that did a little bit more. Couldn't tell at first, but I do believe it did. So one more will do the trick, and Team Skull, they're not really, I don't even know what they're trying to do in here, bro. There's no Pokemon to catch in here. I mean, what are y'all gonna catch? A Yungoos? A Zubat? Like, really? There is no legendary in here, I promise. So don't worry, you don't have to fight the other one. They are just off and running. And you can continue on with the trial. Now, before I forget, let me make sure I pick up that Brick Break TM. I was talking about how useful. Okay, they're back. Yeah, I'm strong. Thanks, guys. Yo, that dude's kind of standing close to the cliff, bro, in the background. Hey, you should be good. Okay. I don't know why they ran back to us. All right, but yeah, I was talking about how good this TM is, but I almost forgot it. And oh, bro, what am I doing? Now, it does look like Team Skull is helping you. I think they're actually going to block off 2 of those little holes. So now there's, you know, it's kind of like process of elimination. There's Brick Break. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and teach that. If you have anyone that can learn Brick Break, you might as well teach it to them. You know, some non-fighting types can get it. Remember, TMs are unlimited in this game, so you don't got to worry about losing Brick Break forever. But yeah, that's probably going to be a move we have on Crabrawler for a very long time. Okay, so back across this bridge, remember, we saw the little last Yungoos, or, well, we don't really know if it's a Yungoos yet. But it was over in this little hole, so let's check this out and see. Hey, there it is. But this is actually going to be a Gumshoos, and if you are playing Ultra Moon, this is going to be a Alolan Raticate. This is kind of a little hint at what the Totem Pokemon's about to be. Yeah, the Totemon, which is the, you know, the big bad mon at the end, and I forgot to, oh my gosh, alright, whatever. I forgot to switch Crabrawler to the front. Let's just brute force our way through here. But yeah, in Ultra Sun, Gumshoos is going to be the Totem Pokemon. In Ultra Moon, it is going to be a Alolan Raticate. Honestly, you probably will have an easier time in Ultra Moon, depending on your team, because Alolan Raticate is part Dark, so it's actually quad weak to fighting, and it's also weak to, like, Bug, you know, if you got a Bug type earlier in the game, like I did. So, yeah, maybe I should have chosen Ultra Moon to make this easier, but oh well. I just need to land one more Aqua Jet, but unfortunately, Sand Attack is hurting us. Now, the funny thing is, oh my gosh, it lived that one. Yeah, the funny thing is, Yungoos doesn't evolve until level 20, and neither does Rattata, but of course, you know, we got some illegal wild Pokemon out here, and brother, this is so annoying. Like, can we just hit the thing? Oh, dude, I should have used, what's it called? Crabrawler, bro. Alright, there we go. Finally. Down it goes, and that means only the Totem Pokemon remains. Okay, we at least got to level 15 during that. I will go ahead and pop a potion, though. But yeah, with that Gumshoos down, all the Pokemon are gone, and we can make our way to the back. So like I said, let me pop a quick potion, and let me make sure I put Crabrawler up front. Now, Totem Battles, if you haven't seen it in Wild Battles yet, Totem Pokemon, and they'll always do this, unless you, like, one-shot them, which almost never happens. They will call on a partner Pokemon, so you're going to be dealing with 2 Pokemon at once, which can be pretty tough. I think the companions are just going to be the pre-evolution, so, like, Gumshoos is going to call on a Yungoos. So, really nothing too crazy in this first fight, but in the later totem battles, the kind of partner Pokemon, they can get pretty annoying to deal with when you're already trying to deal with the main guy. So it looks like you can just walk up and get the Z Crystal. Yo, no way. Nah, here comes Gumshoos behind us. He ain't gonna let that slide. Or I'm sorry, he's in front of us. Bro's posted up. Totem Pokemon are gonna be a lot bigger than regular looking Pokemon too. You can immediately tell that. And as soon as the battle starts, they get an aura around them, which will boost their stats. I don't think it boosts their HP though. It'll just boost either like, you know, defense, attack, special defense, anything like that. This one's gonna be defense, which kind of hurts us, but it is a good thing we got Brick Break. Alright, Gumshoos is gonna have Super Fang, Bite, Tackle, and Scary Face. We resist Bite. The only other thing to look out for is Super Fang because that automatically does half of your health. We do outspeed. There's a Brick Break, that's gonna do a good chunk. He goes for Scary Face, which kind of sucks. Now the Alolan Raticate is gonna have the same moveset aside from Fury Swipes. But yeah, here we go, Ally Pokemon. This is what I was talking about a second ago. This is a Yungoos. It has a Leer, Tackle, Pursuit, and Odor Sleuth. Now, our speed did get lower, but as long as we can live through this turn... Okay, he just went for... Oh, no, the Yungoos goes for Leer. That might actually be kind of bad. Remember, Tackle, Stab. No, we actually took that fine. All right, so there we go. Totem Pokemon number 1 is down. By the way, the companion Alola Rattata will have Tackle, Quick Attack, and Pursuit. So, my biggest thing, unless the ally Pokemon is really causing you issues, because remember, even if you take out the ally Pokemon, they can keep calling down more ally Pokemon. So the biggest thing is to always try to take down the Totemon as quickly as you can. I made it look pretty simple there, but this is by far the easiest island trial and totem fight you will have, if I had to guess. There we go, Crabrawler putting his fists up because he just copped that dub, man. Joined the team yesterday and carried us through this episode. So yeah, that's kind of my biggest strategies. I'm sure we'll have some sketchy and way more difficult totem fights down the road. For now, though, we get the Normolium Z, our first Z Crystal. Every time you get one of these, the little captain person, like Hiralima, will show us how to use the Z move. So what you can do is attach that Z Crystal to a Pokemon as long as they have a typing of that Z, you know, attacking move that is the typing of that Z Crystal, then you can use the Z move once per battle. They are a lot stronger than regular attacks. They usually have like really sick animations, which I enjoy as well. So yeah, now that you've beaten the trial, remember you can catch Pokemon in here. There's a TM up there. We're not going to be able to get that until we can break down these big rocks that we've been seeing throughout the first island. 10 Great Balls from Alima as well. We'll take that. And yeah, as I said, this is the only island trial here on the first island. So next step is the Grand Trial, but we actually have a whole nother kind of 1 or 2 areas, maybe even 3, to go through. All right, these two mysterious people, they might be aliens, bro. They come up to you and kind of congratulate you on your first win, and they finally formally introduce themselves. This is Dulce and Zosie. I doubt I'm saying their names right. But yeah, still don't know a whole lot about them, but I guess, hey, I appreciate the glaze, you know. Thanks for amping me up, I suppose. I don't know. Let me go ahead and spray one more repel to get out of here. And, yeah, now that we've beaten the trial, the gate to... Oh, are you kidding? Okay, this is not part of the trial, just a random ambush Yungoos. But yeah, you can move on to Route 3, which is what we are going to be dealing with in the next episode. And I think it'll probably take about 2 videos to get all the way back around the island to do the Grand Trial. If I had to guess, I don't know, I'll double check. I got some time before I'm recording the next Ultra Sun episode anyways, so we're chilling. Alright, so back outside, Alima's waiting on us once again. What else do you need, Ilima? Come on, man. Yeah, we probably won't see him for a little bit, though. But yeah, he basically just says that the barricade is now opened up, thanks to the worker dude. Bro doesn't say, like, a single word, but, you know, he's granting us access to the next place, so we appreciate his efforts. And yeah, you might as well heal up and then head through Route 3. Here comes Professor Kukui, though. he'll realize that, like, yo, you beat the first trial. No way. Kukui, I promise you, man, it was not that difficult. Alright, it wasn't. He's gonna explain what I talked about earlier. Z crystals have their own pocket in their bag. Put them on your Pokemon. You can use that big, powerful move once per fight. And, oh, is he gonna show us off in back? Kukui, I just explained it to the viewers that, oh, okay. Yeah, he'll show you, if you still really don't know, he'll show you one. He has Rockruff. I think he's still just gonna use the normal type one, though. I guess we get to see the animation. You know, that's something, I suppose. Yeah, you can only have one Z Crystal on a Pokemon at a time, and you can see that he had two options there. One of them was basically just a Z move version of Leer. Really, you're just going to be using an attacking move whenever you use a Z move. Don't waste it on something like a stat move. But yeah, the normal one is called a Breakneck Blitz. So every typing has its own Z move, and then there's some Pokemon that get their own Z moves too, like Pikachu and some of the other more notable guys. But yeah, you can see that wasn't even stab, and that Growlithe just got absolutely decimated. So those moves are pretty strong, and honestly, I'm thinking I'll use them throughout this playthrough, because they can come in handy whenever you're in a tight spot. But yeah, now we are left alone finally, and we will be moving on to Route 3 next time. For now, though, hope you all enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day, and until then, deuces.